Welcome to today's CIO Water Cooler TV. My name's David Savage and I'm your host for today's episode. I'm joined by Sunny from RingCentral. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, good to see you. I was trying to place where we've met, and it was at Digital Expo Europe.
We had, yeah.
Having a chat actually just the day after your partnership with Avaya had been announced.
Yeah, it was a particularly busy day for us. A lot of people trying to reach out to us. The show was obviously busy itself, but it was a very big announcement.
Yeah.
We've come about a month or a few weeks after that now, and the announcements keep getting bigger, and we're continuing to do a lot of good work on that project. So it's exciting times to come.
I'm sure it's something that we might touch on a little bit later and just kind of explore what that actually means for RingCentral.
Yeah.
But for anyone who's not familiar with your brand, who are you guys, first of all?
Yeah, so RingCentral, we're one of the leaders in the UCaaS space, so Unified Communications as a Service. We've been around for just over 18 years, and we provide sort of unified communications on a single global platform, so the full spectrum of services, so cloud PBX, team messaging, audio and video meetings, contact center, and also digital engagement platform. And we've been doing this sort of from inception. So for us, improving customer communications and improving collaboration is at the heart of what we're trying to do.
So look, it's a good time obviously to be in this space. Well, 83% of enterprise organizations are using some kind of mobile or remote workforce. Yeah. Some estimates suggest that over the next 2 years that'll grow by 4%. That feels quite slight to me.
Yeah, I mean, even the 83% seems quite a low number. Most of the businesses we work with have some form of flexible or mobile working. I think mobile working for me isn't always being at home. Mobile working is having the ability to work from wherever you are. So I think that growth we expect it to be a little bit bigger. I'd expect it to be in the sort of low to mid 90%. There are some industries where mobile or flexible working just isn't feasible. But in most other organizations, there is some element of being a little bit flexible.
So that stat of 4% has come from somewhere. Why do you think that it is as low as it is? I mean, is it that organizations are holding back the potential of mobile workforces? And what is the CIO's role in either enabling or, I suppose, even possibly stopping some of that to an extent, depending on the industry?
I think the number's low just because we've seen businesses go from sort of everybody fixed in an office, and then about 5 or 6 years ago, there were a number of businesses that went fully remote or gave everybody the ability to be wherever they wanted to be. And a lot of offices actually cut down their office space to only host sort of 50-60% of employees, and everybody else was remote, so they never have 100% attendees into the office. I think people have shifted back and forth from that over time. I would say the number's so low now because most businesses have the capabilities or some form of support for that type of work. And as I mentioned, there will be some where it's just not feasible to be remote, and maybe that number's a bit bigger than I had anticipated. But for me, mobile working is what we do day in, day out. I don't think I've met a business right now in my career that doesn't have some form of mobile working in their whole organization.
So from a heritage point of view, RingCentral have a really strong background with R&D. And this space, we both think 83 is a low number, but 83% of the industry has an element of remote or mobile working. It's quite a saturated market. There's going to be competition. There's going to be new players coming onto the market. So how are you looking at your R&D heritage and thinking about how to keep your product as a market leader?
I think our focus on R&D is one of the things that keeps us as a market leader. We continuously invest sort of between 15 and 20% of our revenues each year into R&D, and that helps us to deliver our sort of 4 major releases each year. So we are always constantly innovating. We're looking at new ways that we can improve our product, but we're also looking at the ways in which people are working and how our product can support them. One of the key areas, well, 2 of the key areas that we focus a lot of our R&D on have been on analytics and giving people the analytics from our platform, also with integrations into other services, but also the platform as a whole. So building out an open platform from when we launched, but building out integrations into the tools that people are using every day now. And I think one of the key things that makes our product stronger and stickier in an organization is the fact that you can integrate it into the other tools you're using every single day.
So look, last quick point. We started by talking about Avaya. How do you see Avaya helping you achieve those goals?
So I think our partnership with Avaya has been big news for the industry. Avaya are indisputably one of the major players within the UC space, and they've partnered with us, one of the major players in the UCaaS space, and together we're building a proposition that allows the Avaya customers that have been on a UC platform, so on-prem, to have a viable solution to move to the cloud, and having one which provides a seamless transition from what they're on right now. So I think it's only a good thing, and we're really looking forward to launching this early next year.
Well, look, Sonny, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for coming along and sharing some of the updates from RingCentral. If you've enjoyed today's episode of CIO Water Cooler, there is plenty more content. Have a look at the links below this episode.